All right, it's getting late right here. I want to quickly do this video to address a very important subject. Those of you struggling to know how to locate your farm, let me address this quickly so that you can gain a lot from this. Now, the question is: should you situate your farm close to to residential areas or not? All right. You would listen to When you listen to this, you understand how to make that decision. The answer to that is, what's the definition of far and how far do you imply? Of course, we understand that it's not always hygienic, and some people don't. Of course, you can understand with people that don't like to have farms around their abode, around their residence, because obviously, it's not quite. You understand? I'm sure you understand what I'm saying. Now, but you also need to also weigh the other fact that the fact that we're talking about not putting an animal very close to where people are living, very close to where people are staying, doesn't also imply that you should take your animal to a jungle. you know, because you need to understand the downside of many of all these decisions. See, there are thieves that you can expose your farm to if it's too far from where human beings are. So the fact that you're trying to run away from residential areas should not take you to a place where you would then be at a loss again. So uh, right here, this I told you already that this is in very close to us right here. There's a you can't see it right. There's a cocoa farm after the fence right there. There's a farm. You can see it. There's a farm. There's a cocoa plantation outside there, and in short, we have a little bit of distance, and not too much, but we are situated in a way that it's not in town. I don't know if you can understand. So that's why we're able to run a mini farm right here. This is just a mini farm. It's not a, this is not our. I'm sure you've seen of our other. You've seen our other farm. So, but what we do even at the other farm is that we're not situated in a very remote area. The reason for that is because apart from thieves, you also need to consider uh, your workers. If it's not motorable, if it's not walkable, how do you get somebody to go live in the jungle? I'm sure you understand. You can understand with people disagreeing with working for you in that situation, because if it's too far from town, people will not have access to the market, have access to atmosphere that they love, that people love to thrive in. So you need to be careful of the way to situate your farm. Don't situate in the fear of no to residential area and then go on to get yourself into another trouble where you don't you are not able to get people to work for you, which is key. If you want to run a big farm, you need people to work for you. If people are scared of living where your farm is at, there's a lot of issues there. So be very decisive. Get your farm in a place where one of the things that I've noticed is farmers are the ones that used to open residential areas. I'm not sure if you understand what I'm saying. From this side of the world, the farmers are the ones uh, that brings out the that brings out the environment, in the sense that they bring their farm there and then people come around to join them. So people when people see that people have started living in a particular area, or people have started doing farm in a particular area, they start to migrate there and then forcing the farmers out. Like if you're well aware of our location, you understand that that's one of the most noticeable things that happens, is that people farmers go to a far distance and then people come up to displace them. So it's a big challenge for farmers because we don't have government maybe situating a particular area for farming and a particular area for residential. In the civilized world, we have things like that. But in places like this where people just buy lands and then cultivate and then do whatever they want to do, uh, there are people that started their farms long before people started residing there. But once people started coming to meet the farmers out there, they start to force the farmer to leave the place. So, but all in all, I would just advise that you should be more tactful, like pay more attention to, like be a visionary, farmer, have good insight, foresight, and understand an area that you know it will be quite long and less consequential when it comes to people residing, because your farm has to be in a place where it's not too far from human beings and it's also not too close to human beings. All right, guys, thank you guys for joining. I hope you love this video, and I hope to see you in the next video. All right, guys, bye bye.